There is a wide debate about this. Are transgender people a blessing or a curse? I'm here to just share my opinion, and not everyone's going to agree with it, and that's fine. But in all honesty, I see transgender people as victims. I see them as people who are struggling, people who are going against the stream, thinking that it's their way out of whatever pain is within them. And the truth is, it's just a band-aid. And these people are being misled. These people are being taken advantage of. Someone else is making money off of these people's suffering. They're not helping these people. The hormones are not helping anyone. The surgeries are not fixing the inner turmoil. They're not fixing the pain you're feeling inside. But these people, especially my generation, Generation Z, are being told that, hey, this is what's wrong with you. Hey, this is going to fix you. All you have to do is cut off your genitals. All you have to do is stab yourself with some random hormone that we're not going to tell you where it comes from. Just some random thing. It doesn't matter. Just know that it's going to make you feel better. It's all a big fat lie. It's a scam. It's a way for someone to make money off of your suffering. And treating transgender people like garbage doesn't fix the problem. All you're doing is kicking somebody who's already on the ground. You're kicking somebody who is already suffering, who is already going through it. If you are harming somebody because they are transgender, if you are uncomfortable with their existence, think about why. Why are you uncomfortable with somebody altering their body? Do you feel the same way about a nose job? Are you uncomfortable when somebody gets a nose job? Are you uncomfortable when somebody has scars all over their arms? Transgender is not that weird of a thing. We keep treating it like it's this thing that either makes someone special or this thing that makes someone a monster. But the truth is, these are individuals who are hurting, who have been told a lie. These are people who should not be belittled. There's a reason why there's such a high suicide rate for transgender people. The people who are drawn to transition are people who are traumatized, people who are in pain, who are suffering. Belittling them does not solve the problem. The person you should be angry at is the person who created this industry. You should be angry at the medical industry. You should be angry at the fact that there aren't very many loops you have to go through in order to do this. You should be angry at social media promoting it. Why are you angry at the victims? Why are you angry? Why are you taking it out on the people who are hurting the most? There is no reason to shame people for going through their own journey. People are going through what they are going through. And it's not right to belittle people, even if you don't agree with what they're doing. I am a vegan and I don't go around shaming everyone for eating meat. Just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean I should go around shaming everyone, that I should go around ridiculing people. Pointing fingers at the person going through it doesn't do you any good. All that tension, all that pain that you're feeling towards transgender people are because you are part of what contributed to that. You are part of a society that did that to people. You are feeling guilt and you are taking it out on the people who are suffering the most. It's sad that 7-year-olds are now being able to decide whether they can have kids or not. When a 7-year-old can't buy liquor, a 7-year-old can't buy cigarettes, a 7-year-old can't decide which parent they want to live with. Why does a 7-year-old get to decide that it's time to cut off their genitals? Why does a 7-year-old get to decide whether they should take hormones that make it so they can never have kids? At age 7, did you know that you wanted kids? There are so many people who are going through it. We shouldn't shame them, but we shouldn't encourage them either. We need to respect people. We need to understand that other people are going through things that we can't understand, that we don't want to understand. I wish I didn't understand what transgender people were going through. I wish that I wasn't a part of it. I wish that I hadn't fallen for the facade. But I did. And because of that, my voice is permanently like this. My voice will be like this for the rest of my life. I will constantly grow facial hair for the rest of my life. And people will always be confused whether I'm a woman or a man. All because I made one stupid mistake. I fell for one thing. But you know what? It doesn't make me love myself any less or any more. Because we are not our physical selves. We are the person inside. And we don't need to change the outer structure. We don't need to change the body. We don't need to change the physical self in order to feel good, in order to feel like we're who we are. It's what we contribute to the world, the ways we progress in our own journey that give us validation, that make us feel whole, that make us feel healthy and happy. Not stabbing yourself with a needle every week. I mean, we shame heroin addicts, but we praise transgender people. All the things they're doing, you could compare to very toxic, dangerous behaviors. And when somebody's doing heroin, we go, wow, I feel so bad for that person. But yet, when somebody is transitioning, we go, wow, I can't believe they could do that. Where is that frustration coming from? It is not supposed to be directed at the people going through it. Heroin addicts aren't the problem. The person who made heroin is the problem. The fact that people keep distributing it and selling it and getting people addicted to it in whatever manner they can. There are people out there who will lock someone in a room and smoke a substance in there while they're in this unventilated room so that way they can get addicted to this substance. And then that way they are reliant on this person and they can make money off of you. Transgender is the same thing. There's something in the hormones that makes you feel good. It gives you this high. It makes you feel functionable, alive. And I'll be honest, when I first started taking it, I thought it was the greatest thing that had ever happened to me. I was happy. For 4 years of my life, I took it, and I thought I was perfect. I had everything. I had a partner. I had my own place. I had a full-time job. I just had everything that I'd ever wanted. And I wondered, why am I not happy? Because it was never about having what I wanted. It was never about the external world. It was never about my physical body. My brain thought it was. But the moment that I had a pregnancy scare, the moment that I leaned myself off of it, I realized how compliant it made me. It made me just numb. It made me emotionless. And keep in mind, I was on testosterone. So it's going to be completely different when people are taking estrogen. But with testosterone, I felt like it was hard for me to cry. I felt like it was hard for me to feel my emotions. It was easy for me to just suppress things. It was easy for me to just feel like I was doing a whole lot better than I actually was. It was easy for me to look over all the red flags in my relationship. It was easy for me to let people at my job disrespect me and belittle me. It was easy for me to live a lie. And when I woke up, I decided I needed to do something about that. I make these videos not because I want people to know how much I've suffered. I'm not proud of what I've done, and it's hard to even talk about it. It's been over 2 years since I stopped taking testosterone. That's how long it's taken me to start making these videos, because it's hard for me to talk about. But if it helps one person, it's worth it. If it opens enough people's eyes to just see what's going on and know that there is nothing wrong with you, there's something wrong with the system. There's something wrong with the fact that people are being told lies. There's something wrong with the fact that a medical industry, which is supposed to be providing us help, is taking advantage of us. I just want transgender people to be told that they're enough. They are enough. If you are transgender and you are watching this, you are enough. Whether you take those hormones or not, you are enough. Whether you've had those surgeries or not, you are enough. Don't listen to people who are telling you that you're not enough. I spent so much of my life feeling like I wasn't enough. I needed to change myself. There was something wrong with me, and there was something different about me. And how I always fit in with all the boys' stuff. I always wanted to play with boys when I was little. I always wanted to do the things the boys were doing. I always wanted to be treated like a boy. And the problem is that our society seems to think that men have to be this way, women have to be that way. If you're a woman, you can't buy a blue razor, you have to buy the pink one because you're a girl. That right there is the problem with our society's view on gender. It's the fact that it comes down to a fucking color. We're trying to label and categorize people based off of a color. There are biological differences between male and females, but that doesn't mean I can't chop wood. That doesn't mean I can't start a campfire better than any guy I know. That doesn't mean that I am weak. That doesn't mean that I'm not capable of doing things that are seen as a masculine thing. Do what you love. Do what makes you happy. And stop listening to other people who shame you, who try to put you down. Don't give them the power to put you down. Stick to yourself. Stick to what you love and know that you are enough. That is what transgender people need to be told more than anything, is that you are good enough the way you are. You are enough just as you are. You don't need to change anything. Be yourself. Your outside appearance is your outside appearance. People are always going to treat you in ways that you don't like. That's just life. And we're all facing that, whether we're transgender or not. We're all facing pain inflicted by others. And you just gotta stop letting it in. They don't have power over you. You are enough. You are perfect in your imperfections. You don't need to change a thing. You are perfect the way you are.